Hey Visionaries, this is Tim from CameraOfRecord.com, and in this video I'm going to show you the new features of the KineMaster 4.2 update for Android. Looking at this update in the KineMaster user community forum, this update came out in mid-August, so it has taken me almost a month to get this video out. But there's a good reason. Some of the new features include improved speed control and 60 frames per second importing. And the truth is, I didn't have any good example footage to work with to show you these features. So it took a while, but I went out and shot some video of a waterfall at both 30 frames per second and at 60 frames per second. In a new KineMaster project, I'm going to press Media, and then go to my camera folder. In here I have footage of a waterfall. If I long press on the first clip, you can see that it's 1080p footage shot at 60 frames per second. I'll tap the plus icon to add it to my timeline. And that's one of the new features right there. I can import this footage no problem, where in the past KineMaster required that all footage was shot at 30 frames per second. The next feature is improved speed control. Let's take a look at the speed control with 60 frames per second footage. Tap the clip, then select speed control. This brings up a slider, and with 60 frames per second footage, the slider starts out at the very top with 1x speed, which is real time. I can slow this footage down, but I can't speed it up. Here's the cool part. On my phone, I can slow this footage down to 25% of regular speed. This feature does depend on your device hardware, so you have to see what's possible on your phone or tablet. I'm going to play this back so you can see what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good. It might be a little stuttery, but not too bad. If I select the clip again, and this time go up to 0.5x, there won't be any stuttering at all. This is a subtle speed of slow motion that gives your footage a dreamy or surreal kind of a feeling. Okay, now let's see what the speed control looks like when you have footage shot at 30 frames per second. I'll go back to my camera folder and I'll long press on the second clip. And you can see this was shot at 1080p at 30 frames per second. I'll select the clip and go to speed control again. And this time you can see that it's at 1x speed, which is regular speed. But now I can move the slider up or down, meaning I can speed up or slow down this clip. In order to show you how this looks, I'm actually going to go back to the beginning of the clip and I'll chop this into several different clips. This first clip I'm going to leave at regular speed. The next clip I'll slow down. Again, I can go all the way down to 25%. Since this is 30 frames per second footage, that might be a little stuttery, so I'm actually going to go down to 0.5x. The next clip I'm going to speed up. I can go up to 2x. And the last clip will be regular speed again. Now I'll play that back to see how it looks. As you can see, this gives you a lot of different options for how you want your footage to look. The next feature has to do with importing layers. I'll go to Layer, Media. Then I'll go to my camera folder, and I'll select a clip from my new 4K Light Leaks collection. As you can see, the clip comes in smaller than full frame. One way to make it full screen is to tap the split screen icon, and then tap full screen. What's new about this is now you can long press on the icon and set it as the default. Now if I were to import this clip again, it would come in full screen right away. I'll go to Layer, Media, Camera, and I'll select the same clip. And there it is, full screen. Okay, let's look at another feature. If I scroll to the bottom of this options menu, you can see that there's a new information option. When I select this option, I can see all kinds of metadata for this clip, and I can even add a custom label. I'll type in light leaks and hit OK. Now you can see that my custom name shows up in the timeline. Next, I'll use my camera of record logo to show you another feature. I'll go to Layer, Media, then I'll find the folder with my logo and add it to the timeline. KineMaster 4.2 has additional options in the In Animation, Overall Animation, and Out Animation menus. To see the new options, just scroll to the bottom of the list. That one actually looks kind of dangerous, so I'll just delete that layer. Alright, there's one more thing I want to show you, and it's not from KineMaster, it's from me. I mentioned before that I was going to have a new light leaks collection, so let me show you what I was talking about. I recorded lens flares in 4K on a colored background to use with KineMaster's chroma key effect. To add these light leaks to your KineMaster project, import one of the clips as a layer. Then select the clip and choose the chroma key effect. Enable it with this switch, and the light leaks will be composited over your video. There are lots of ways to style these light leaks, and I usually go for something kind of subtle, but in this case I'll make some aggressive changes just so you can see how it works. I'll move the bottom mask slider to the left a little bit to let the light leak bleed a little more onto the picture. Then I'll move the top mask slider to the left as well to add a little punch. Be careful with these sliders because the effect will fall apart pretty quickly if you move them too far. One other way to add some punch to this effect is by using the color adjustment tools. I'll just add a little contrast. And I'll play that back so you can see how it looks. These light leaks are available as a free download on my website in multiple colors and in 4K or 1080p. If you're interested in downloading these, just follow the link in the video description. If you like this video, there's plenty more where that came from on my website at cameraofrecord.com. And there's more to come, so don't forget to subscribe.